In a rare and emotional moment, NASCAR President Steve Phelps took center stage during the annual State of the Sport address and delivered a powerful message that has sent shockwaves through the racing world. His statement wasn't about race results, sponsorship deals, or championship points. It was about the very foundation of NASCAR itself, the charter system. A public defense in a time of uncertainty. For months, the NASCAR community has been gripped by tension following a federal antitrust lawsuit filed by 23XI Racing, co-owned by NBA legend Michael Jordan and Cup driver Denny Hamlin, and Front Row Motorsports, owned by Bob Jenkins. The lawsuit questions whether NASCAR's charter system violates antitrust laws and restricts fair competition. While the legal battle looms, Phelps stepped forward with rare transparency to make one thing clear. The bottom line here is NASCAR is committed to charters, he said firmly. It was a striking moment from a man known for his careful public tone. Phelps's voice carried both passion and frustration as he emphasized his commitment to keeping the sport united. "I'm trying my hardest, both as a fan and as the commissioner of the sport I've loved since I was 5 years old," Phelps said. While 2 of our 15 teams may not share that view and seem set on an unfortunate court battle, I hope we can all agree that our racing is as good as it has ever been. Understanding the charter system. To grasp why this issue has become so heated, one must understand what the NASCAR charter system represents. Introduced in 2016, charters are essentially ownership licenses that guarantee teams a starting position in every race and a share of the prize money. In return, they bring structure and long-term value to team investments, turning NASCAR racing into a more stable business model. But not everyone agrees with how this system has evolved. As charters came up for renewal during the 2024 playoffs, 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports refused to sign the new agreement. Negotiations stalled, mediation failed, and ultimately, the teams took NASCAR to court, accusing the sanctioning body of anti-competitive practices that could drive smaller teams out of business. What's at stake? This isn't just a financial dispute. It's a fight for control. The lawsuit strikes at the core of how NASCAR operates and who holds the power to shape its future. For the France family, which has owned and guided NASCAR since its founding in 1948, the charter system represents decades of investment, risk, and growth. As Phelps reminded the public, the France family has invested billions of dollars and untold hours into building this sport. But for 23XI and Front Row, the issue is survival. Operating without charters means smaller slices of revenue and less stability. A loss in court could cripple both teams, while a victory could force NASCAR to completely rethink its financial structure. The 2025 Charter Agreement, NASCAR's defense. During his address in Phoenix, Phelps defended the new 2025 Charter Agreement, calling it not restrictive, but transformative. He outlined a package designed to strengthen the financial health of teams. Over $3 billion in guaranteed payments to teams. 14-year charter extensions through 2039. More than $1.5 billion in enterprise value created for race teams. A commitment to negotiate in good faith moving forward. Phelps presented these improvements as proof that NASCAR is evolving in the right direction. "This is not an antitrust case," he declared. "The 2025 Charter Agreement is an improvement, a divided garage." Despite those assurances, NASCAR remains deeply divided. 13 of the sport's 15 teams have already signed the new charter deal, but the 2 holdouts, 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports, are standing firm. Their court date is set for December 1st, a moment that could change the sport's future for decades. Adding to the tension, U.S. District Judge Kenneth Bell recently dismissed NASCAR's countersuit against Curtis Polk, Michael Jordan's longtime business advisor and co-owner of 23XI Racing. That ruling could strengthen the team's position heading into trial. The potential fallout is enormous. If NASCAR loses, it may have to restructure how it distributes revenue and manages team participation. If it wins, teams could lose significant leverage in future negotiations. Either outcome will leave lasting marks. Legal tensions amid championship glory. The timing of the lawsuit couldn't be more dramatic. As NASCAR crowns its new champions in the Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and Truck Series, the headlines are being shared with legal filings and courtroom speculation. Ironically, Denny Hamlin, one of the plaintiffs, is also a title contender, making this legal saga even more surreal. Phelps's emotional comments suggest NASCAR knows how high the stakes are. The organization is trying to settle the issue quietly before it disrupts the sport further. NASCAR is fully aligned with our race team partners who have submitted declarations hoping to end this litigation, Phelps said. But if the case proceeds, it risks fracturing the fragile unity that NASCAR has worked hard to build. The bigger picture, NASCAR's global ambitions. Beyond the lawsuit, Phelps also used the moment to outline NASCAR's international ambitions. He spoke of expanding the brand globally, calling NASCAR a sensory experience that could attract fans across borders. Plans could include exhibition races in Europe, Asia, or South America, following earlier ventures in Canada, Mexico, and Japan. However, global growth depends on stability at home. Sponsors, international partners, and fans need confidence in the sport's direction. A public legal fight between NASCAR and two of its own teams undermines that image. A clash of values and visions. At its core, this dispute is more than just a business disagreement. It's a reflection of NASCAR's identity crisis. The sport stands at a crossroads between tradition and transformation. 23XI Racing, with its modern branding, diverse ownership, and innovative fan engagement, represents the new wave of NASCAR. Front Row Motorsports, while smaller, symbolizes the struggle of independent teams trying to survive in an era of corporate-backed giants. Their partnership in this lawsuit shows how both emerging and established smaller teams feel left behind by the current system. Meanwhile, NASCAR's leadership believes it is doing what's necessary to protect the sport's long-term stability and value. The road ahead. As the calendar inches toward December 1st, the motorsport world is watching closely. The outcome of this case could set the tone for NASCAR's next 10 to 20 years, determining whether it continues under a unified charter system or splinters under the weight of lawsuits and power struggles. Steve Phelps has made his position clear. NASCAR will defend the charter system, but the teams challenging it are equally determined. This isn't just a fight over paperwork. It's a fight over NASCAR's soul. The result will decide whether the sport's next era is defined by cooperation and growth or by division and uncertainty. One thing is certain. The road ahead for NASCAR is about to get a lot bumpier.